What's good, Denver? It's Shelly Martinez, your host of Chopping It Up with Shelly at Hollywood Barbershop.
This is the Barbershop. Barbershop. This is the Barbershop. The place where a black man means so.
Keep that at the beginning when I said that.
Jew, just unique. Listen. Just unique design in Zion with electrifying lyrics.
Yeah.
Jew Dizel, the initials for you Jew Dizel critics.
Yeah.
When it's time to flex his flow, I ain't really pressed to get it. This lifestyle's not scripted, my art form's encrypted. Ben said you thought about a topic while you spitting these words. I have to get shit off my chest, so that sounded kinda absurd. Look at challenge.
What's good, Denver? It's Chopping It Up with Shelly over here at Hollywood's Barbershop. I have Jew Dizel in the house tonight, an up-and-coming artist here in Denver. Good to have you. So, how long have you been in Denver?
Actually, this month, June, will make 2 years. June 16th.
Nice. What bring you out here?
I just changed, just to switch it up. I got 2 stepbrothers that live out here. They kind of convinced me to come out here, push the music. So
Yeah.
this is really why I'm here.
Tell me again where you're from.
I'm from Virginia originally, but I was living out in North Carolina for 9 years before I moved here.
Okay. What kind of impact did you make with your music out there? What were you performing and just writing, or just?
Well, really, I was just, sharpening the craft, writing. I did a lot of open mics out in North Carolina, but really, I was just building the catalog.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. So now that you've been out here, tell me what you've been up to.
Oh, since I've been out here, shows, open mics, plenty of events, plenty of parties, just networking, pushing the music, pushing my album that I dropped in 2023, a week before I actually moved here. And yeah, that's pretty much it, really.
What got you started into music? Like, were you in the high school band? Were you in choir? What were you doing?
Well, I kind of
Gotta start somewhere.
Well, I kind of always been into music, but I didn't know what part I wanted to play in music exactly. Okay. And then it wasn't until probably 2010 when J. Cole dropped, was it Friday Night Lights? He dropped that album. I listened to it for a whole year straight. And then in 2011 is when I was like, okay, I'm gonna start writing myself and, seeing what I could do with the writing and all that.
So is J. Cole one of your more favorite artists? Or?
Yeah, definitely one of my top artists right now, J. Cole.
What inspired you just to start, besides his song that he dropped or whatever, but was there a point where you're like, I could do this? What inspired you, I guess, to become a music artist?
Well, I just started practicing every day. I started writing every day.
Did it come
I was
easy?
sending out demos to all of my friends, and I was telling them to give me their honest opinion. And I really didn't get too many negative comments or feedback. Right. So I was like, I may be on to something, So I was like, let me try a little bit harder. Let me just find ways to stand out, different metaphors, different flows, and things of that nature, and just, see what I can make out of it.
So, are you working on how many songs do you have already? Do you have an album, or are you working on?
I have an album out. It dropped June 2023, called "Ode to Richmond," and it's out everywhere: iTunes, Spotify. I have an EP called "Just Jew" that dropped in 2022. I want to say something like that. Yeah. So those are the 2 projects that I have out right now. Currently, I'm working on a project with my homies Bojack and Ryan. We don't have a name for the project, but we only have 2 songs left. It's going to be a 13-track album. And
so do R&B?
Yeah, I do R&B. I do some R&B as well. And I kind of try to implement it in my music, when I'm doing my music, hip hop and stuff like that. But I do R&B on the side. I really haven't displayed it that much, but I am working on an R&B album as well.
Yeah. And do you feel like your music is Is it a tale of like your child, like your childhood or your life or the journey that you're dealing with?
Oh yeah,
Anything
most
like,
definitely.
Like, what do you like? Tell me the first set, like the first album that you made. Like, what was that like a memoir of some kind or any kind of journal of what you had been through or anything like that?
Well, the first project I ever dropped was Just Jew, the EP, and it was really just giving them a taste of, you know, my artistry, the diversity within my music, and just giving them different flavors and just different sounds. And it was like, I think it's 6 or 7 tracks on that EP, and it was really just to hype them up for the album that I was gonna drop. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do you feel like you've been like you've had a good reception here, like everybody's welcomed you?
Oh
here?
yeah, most definitely. The people that I've networked with so far, yeah, they've definitely been in tune. They've been following me on social media. They've been keeping up. They actually come to the shows when I invite them.
That's cool.
And I haven't met everybody that I need to meet yet out here, but I'm definitely working towards that and just networking every day, building connections, and yeah, just pushing the brand forward.
How do you feel the music and the music scene out here compares to where you're from? Is it similar or is it like?
There's more. I feel like there's more togetherness here. Like people are willing to collaborate and build with each other. And I mean, I can't say like everybody out here is, you know, like working with each other, but there are people like-minded people within their craft that definitely do link up and definitely do collab and try to push this thing forward.
Mm-hmm. Let's have a little fun. Let's do some freestyle.
There we go.
Oh shit! All right.
Yeah, Hollywood Barbershop, Colfax, doing my thing like an almanac. Predicted this, the freestyle super crazy. I've been working at it 10 years, ain't never lazy. On some fuck you pay me, I need it now. I come around, you know I'm on the mound. About to hit it like it is a home run. Freestyling, I just really do this all for fun. Had a haircut this morning, straight from Shelly.
Alright,
what you got?
Okay, what do I got?
Yeah.
Let's see. Let me think.
Alright.
Okay, what? Why you stepped at me if you ain't heard the news? I'm the baddest barber in this bitch, but you ain't heard the news.
Hey.
See?
I'm here for it.
Here we go. Use your chair, hop a fool. That's why I don't fuck with you. My haircuts will have the bitches swarming you. See? Look.
Yeah. Off the head?
That's it.
Okay.
That's all I got so far.
I'm gonna spit something I got in the cut.
Okay.
It's unreleased, so I can do that. That's the art of freestyling right there.
I know.
I got an inner city attitude, southern nigga appetite. Trains to my bars, next level in my afterlife. When I say she trifle, mean shawty got cake. And every time she wakes, I mean shawty gets baked. Had to keep it a pepperoni Pringles. If Dizel single, then Dizel mingle. I don't follow the trend, I stand out like I'm next to bet. You talk shit, you get swept like a welcome mat. It's something about a shorty that go tit for tat. Before a nigga like me, she'll be quick to scrap. You overdraft your charges, you get stretched like bank statements. I'm evolving into a better MC. I'm mutating every way you wanna be, like the Professor Bernard. I was flubber from Mansfield when I shot from afar. I see the hate in your face and your silent strikes envy. Why my competition never get me? Rev like a Hemi. Gotta hustle like big boss beepers. I remember eating banana mayo sandwiches with 2 space heaters. Call my phone only speaking key terms. 10-minute conversations over Pythagorean theorems. Shawty got me wanting to take quarantine chances. Zooming her and her girlfriends got me a little antsy. I Britney Spears, know that you toxic. Stop with the nonsense. My flow gon' pay off. Your shit non-profit.
Yeah. What's up? Hey, Denver, you heard it first. You know what I'm saying?
That's what we do. Home team in this.
Yay.
Shout out to everybody at Home Team. Ryan the Deuce, Bojack, Face the Feed. I am Dizel, Just Unique Design and Zion with electrifying lyrics. And you heard it first.
Yeah.
Topping it up with Shelly.
Hell yeah. So you did a drop mic with shout out to Lottie Scotty.
Yeah, Lottie Scotty. Yeah.
And tell me a little bit about that. How'd that go?
Oh, that was dope. We did that not too long ago. We actually shot it at Beacon Nightclub. When I first moved here, I went to this place called Beacon Nightclub off of Larimer Street, and it was just a vibe. They had this specific room, and it was like a honeycomb room. It was all yellow. It had like little honeycomb mirrors on the wall, and it had like a big teepee, and you could like just sit in the teepee and just chill. And they had like a table in there, and I just thought that was the vibe. And they just had different rooms and just like different, you know. I was just thinking content. Like we're just gonna shoot some content like in the future here. And then when I was thinking about the drop mic, I was like, well, now is the time to do it. So we pulled up to Beacon Nightclub. Me, Lottie Scotty, Dorian, B Brown, Ashley, and that's where we shot the drop mic. Yeah, we did this. So I did it to my song "Everything New," which is off of my album "Ode to Richmond."
Yeah, it's 6 p.m. in Richmond right now. This is the Jay's production. You know the crew. Co-connecting this. This is J-U-D-I-Z. Past the L, then you know who it be. Past the L if you know who it be. Yeah. Listen. I said new bridges, cause the old ones had to burn. A nigga had to learn. New engines, cause the old ones didn't purr when them goes whipping through the burbs. New bitches, cause the old ones getting curved, they only worry about they purse and what's in it. Just had to work, had a money, had a Glock if you with it. Skip to the loo, my darling, I'm Charmin Ultra. Dropping hot shit like I told ya. Flush, wash my hands, brush my teeth, brew the Folgers. Mornings wouldn't be the same, I didn't spread my soldiers. SMS buzzing, 3 messages about matching. No, it's brick outside, but the chimney been stacking. Got more shorties from Richmond than I do from out of town. Got this boy hit different when a nigga not around. I'm from a place where chick will blow the game for a pound. She sniffed the vacuum, still packed. All my niggas caught a hound. Isabella learned to trade from my uncles out of town. 10 to 15K, you're secured in the ground. Haters bait my music, but they move without a sound. My baby stronger than independent, never move without the rounds. You could tuck that chain, how you gon' hide those next kicks? Best head I ever had was from a shorty with the list. New bridges, cause the old ones had to burn. A nigga had to learn. New engines, cause the old ones didn't purr when them goes whipping through the burbs. New bitches, cause the old ones getting curved, they only worry about they purse and what's in it. Just had to work, had a money, had a Glock if you with it. My main girl was a fan, she caught a vibe through a dish. She said you gon' get them niggas, you gon' let them talk that shit. Michael Kors, we got your re-up. Michael Kors bag, shoes, go ahead, kick your feet up. Celebrating with shorty top shelf margaritas. Out toy for the Dutch, bro. Made in the kitchen, chopping peppers for the best mouth. You a daddy, you can hush now. Schedule clear, don't need to rush down. Shorty my ride or die, she stayed cool at customs. Loose one-handed, custom made in Russia. I'm a lame in your opinion, cause I dress like a rich man. Sweats in a black tee, we got a cabin in Michigan. Minimums want relation, but I'm thinking about dividends. Misstash it in the Nike box. Now I make plenty sense, cameras in a chopper. While I wait on the mini-mins that was depth upon me. Won't let them harm me. Name on the address, interest on me. New bridges, cause the old ones had to burn. That nigga had to learn. New engines, cause the old ones didn't purr when I'm goes whipping through the burbs. New bitches, cause the old ones getting curved, they only worry about their power. And what's in it? Just had to work, had a money, had a Glock if you with it.
Is that your favorite venue so far that you've performed at, or do you have one that you like better?
Well, Black Buzzard was pretty dope. I mean, Lions Lair was a vibe, but I'm pretty excited for Bar Red on Friday, most definitely.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
And so you said that you're currently working on an album. When do you think that'll be done? Not to rush your creative, you know.
Right. But I only have 2 songs left. I got a single. I got to do a solo track. And then we got to do one more song together. We're going to link up with Face Defeat and make this song happen. And then we're gonna, we gotta master the tracks, master the whole album, come up with the name, promo, branding.
What about music videos? Do you have any of those out?
I have a couple. Mary Jane is out now on YouTube. I have Essence of My Energy with Fourth Gear. That's out now on YouTube. So I have a couple videos out right now.
That's what's up.
But I try to focus more on creative content because I feel like that's the new wave. Social media, creative content. People's attention span isn't what it used to be, so they're not even looking at the whole video the whole time. 9 times out of 10, they're on their phone or something, or they're watching the first 30 seconds and then they get distracted. Baby come running in the room crying, or whatever the case may be. So
I know.
Yeah, I just try to focus more on creative content and just making it look dope. Yeah.
What's your favorite part of Denver so far since you've been here?
My favorite part of Denver, I wouldn't say the food. I would definitely say just looking up in the sky and just seeing the mountains in the background.
Yeah.
Like wherever you turn, and it's like it's just there, and it's like that's dope. Yeah.
That's what's up. So, do you have a summer anthem you're working on at all, or?
I do actually.
Do you?
Dropping soon. It's called "Let Me Get a Taste," produced by Praise on the Beat. And yeah, it's definitely a summer album. It's gonna get all the females up dancing. It's gonna get everybody up dancing if you want to dance with the females. So
that brings me to
that's
my next question. Have you collaborated with any female artists?
Out here, no. But in Atlanta, there's this girl. Her name is Amani the Goddess, and yeah, she's pretty fire. And we did a Christmas song together.
Oh, really?
It's called Santa's Zaddy. And she wrote it, and I wrote a verse for one of my partners on that album called A Coconut Christmas. Yeah, I have a whole Christmas album out.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
everybody should have a Christmas album. I mean, if you
Right.
don't, something's wrong with
you. The concepts. You gotta have the concepts.
That's right. Where can they find you at?
You can find me everywhere. Just type in JU space DIZEL, YouTube, Tidal, Spotify, iTunes. Social media wise, you can find me on IG at JU_DIZEL, and that goes for X as well.
That's
So,
what's up.
yeah.
And in Denver, I mean, this man is definitely here, making some moves here in Denver. So and then make sure you follow him. You feel like doing a live performance?
Yeah, most definitely.
Let's get it. All right.
Yo, Denver, Colorado. I call this the third floor perspective. I was literally standing on my balcony window when I wrote and recorded this song back in Clayton, North Carolina, circa 2021. Listen. Lately I've been tight like my wave cap. When it comes to bars, even a single penny, best believe there's a wage gap. Been around them blocks and cities, don't need a state map. Believe that I could fly when I was back watching Space Jams. Stay away from busters who talk about ops, but they friends. Did a nigga wrong over a couple hundred and they kin. It's a cold world, think I live in Iceland. Shawty brush my waves while we kick back watching Viceland. From an era of tablespoon, syrup doses and Sprite cans. Idle since 420, can't tell you where my flight land. One shoulder an angel, other shoulder a demon. It's the head on my neck that kept my feet on the cement. You rappers better find an alternative like you vegan. Better take it slow, cause all of my riders heathens. Green light tires screeching while bumping my catalog. Quit with the bullshit, mind of a matador. Pimping the residuals, I'm not joining Amway. She keeps the grass cut, and I like your landscape. Baby girl, we drunk the motion, maybe the potion, we going in. Shorty wore mask before Corona, she flown in. I've been repping VA, way before you was on in. Can't find one like me now, baby, you can't clone me. Your friends may like it, the rest think it's baloney. Got an ex to resemble, money heist Nairobi. I've been familiar with hurt, struggle, and pain. No matter your condition, better stay in your lane. Conjunction without me, she can't function. She'll go words like I love you, but I know that she bumping. Why your set sniff around like Gruff McGruffin? I'm known to keep the heat like a conventional oven. Third floor perspective is nothing, but these bars underground and independent like Harriet Tubman. Yeah. Yo. It's the third floor perspective. Respect it. Listen, Jew. And that's J to the U. Yo, This is J-U-D-I-Z. Pest the L, then you know who it be. Yeah. Whole team in this. Cold connecting this. Friday, June 13th. You already know Bar Red is going down. Just Unique Design with electrifying lyrics. Chopping it up with Shelly. Shelly did it. We gone.
All right, Denver. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.